Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Brazil Solos the World! Wait, first of all, what? What? My name! My name! Oh no! This is Hearts of Iron 4, we're playing as the Brazilian Socialist Republic. We are Communist Brazil, and, while the, Soviet Union and the rest of the Comintern, which isn't a whole lot, little bits over here, are technically in this war with me against the Allies. Basically, the Soviets haven't done anything except defend their borders over here and apparently lose a little bit of Xinjiang over here, which is a little bit unfortunate. Meanwhile, I've taken over the entirety of the Americas. We do have to take care of Labrador and Newfoundland over here, and Alaska as well, but we are marching in that direction. There's a couple of islands, of course, and everything going on down here. There's also El Salvador, which is part of the Axis, and we'll have to decide what we're going to do about that later on, if anything. Right now, I would definitely chalk up a victory if we just finish the current war as is, and here's the tricky part, if we could claim all this territory for ourselves, which I'm not, I'm just worried when it comes time for peace, are the Soviets going to grab anything over here? I mean, I would hope I have the biggest war contribution, although can I tell that at this point? Yeah, 73%, which is pretty good, and hopefully we can use that to basically secure territory over here. And assuming we win against the Allies, of course, then part of the peace deal will involve negotiating for the peace of the United Kingdom, and then hopefully the Soviet Union just grab a bunch of stuff near them and stay the hell out of the Americas, which is supposed to be mine, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anywho, for now, I think I'm just going to go in and pause. I'm going to leave it on speed 2 for a second here. It's a new day. It's been a couple of days since I recorded the last episode, although I think the episode that just went live today on the YubTubs is something like episode 5. So I'm well ahead of you guys, which means, of course, I won't be able to respond to your feedback in anything resembling real time. But the reason for that is I know that there's a game that's coming out in a minute that I have to basically spend 100,000 years doing nothing but recording that, so I need to make sure that this series is full, well, and done before that gets released. Whoa! That is quite the group over here. I didn't get much of a notice. Oh, an East Coast invasion as well. Interesting. Didn't get much of a notice about this invasion. Now, in terms of where they could could land here and here. I mean, I'm not defending these two places, but there are no naval bases there. So it's not the worst if they decide to land right there. Although over here I've got too many people. Let me go and trim that back. And I'm going to go ahead and send a group of people up top. And yeah, the East Coast. Well, we've got horses garrisoning over there, but that's about it. I think, didn't I take one of my armies and told them to garrison over here? Yeah. So they might get there eventually. These are strategically redeploying. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Okay, well, let's stay on pause. I'll go up to speed 3 at this point. It's December the 5th. See where these guys are landing. And they probably are going to land over here, which again is probably okay. Manpower is low. Yeah, that is what they're trying to do. And then they're going to try to attack over here and maybe succeed after they all land. But as long as we can hold that spot, these guys are going to just starve to death. Oh, and another landing over here. Well, I'm actually happy my triple stack didn't leave right away. In fact, they will need a little bit of reinforcements. Now, that's a lot of Marines. That's actually a lot of dudes landing one place. Clearly, they've upgraded their technology so they can land with more people than they used to. I wonder if that's possible. Do I want to risk that? How much are they? No, they're not attrition that much yet. Let's see. What do we have in the queue over here? You guys are pretty much ready to go. Why don't I get you to deploy right there? Shapam. And actually, oh, you can't deploy. You don't have enough XP. Oh, and here too, though. Shapam. I'm assuming when they deploy, they don't have any organization. No, so if they got attacked now, it wouldn't go well, but maybe we wanted to deploy them a little further away, but in a moment they're going to be fine, and then we can march on to them. Okay, it looks like we are going to hold here, and of course I do have these reinforcements coming in as well, so that should be okay. More. Oh, you're starting to move away. I don't want you to move away. Do that. Some more naval invasions are being threatened. There's that one on the East Coast. Oh, which did succeed. I don't see anyone there, but presumably there is someone actually standing there. It's not a naval base, but they've got one to the north. This could be a bit more of a substantial landing. Red Squad. I'm going to delete your old orders. Tell you to come down here. Do that. and execute when you can. You should still do some strategic redeployment. Okay, these guys have been bought. You can turn around and actually apparently leave a good number of troops over here. Because that was a pretty sizable landing. Ooh, another landing there into an actual port as well. I'm going to do that. And actually, when you're done, you're going to go back as well. This is a hell of a naval invasion that started all of a sudden. I don't know if it's because I loaded, this is a new day, so, it's a fresh load from our save. I don't know if that caused the AI to reevaluate all their battle plans. And they're like, hey, let's go fuck some shit up. It's kind of what it's feeling like. Let me strategically redeploy to here. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do afterwards. So you guys are good, you guys are good. We've got our landing here. I'm going to get you to halt right now for your strategic redeployment, and there. So you'll stop strategically redeploying. Because these guys have no organization right now. So I don't want to counterattack yet. They're limited in how many troops they can land here. Even if they do... Actually, do they even have a port here? No, they still don't have a port, so right now they're out of supply. Which is nice. So we don't have a ton of organization here, but it seems to be working out okay. Oh, they are landing some more dudes, but I think we're about to punch them back. Meanwhile, over here, that might get lost. We're going to do this, and then back there. And you are going to go there. And then I don't know what. We'll probably march you up to the front, but for now you can help defend over here. That is, yeah, they are really not happy about having lost this territory. Now, a lot of this is probably some American troops that are being sent home. Oh, they did get a bit of a foothold there. But, yeah, I was going to say we should be able to bop them instantly. Indeed, that is going to be the case. I'm going to tell all the Reds to halt, go there. Reds, you can delete your orders. I was going to go and still hold the coast and try to cut back on some of the uprisings. It's in there. I mean, it's not coastal, but we still want to do a little bit of suppression here until we can get our cavalry in place. Meanwhile, that is still currently being lost, but we've got people that are going through there. Yeah, we can send the tanks in there as well. That's going to be fine, and that's going to hold. And over here, we're okay. All right, very exciting. Drama-llamas. All right, meanwhile, up here, we're still moving towards the Newfoundland, or rather the Labrador border, and the Alaskan border over there, which might have some attrition, actually. This is probably way too many people here. To the point where, actually, I'm going to take Gold Group, split you in half. This half, I'm going to tell you to halt and just run back over here. And then the existing Gold Group, yeah, you're going to keep going to here and executing that battle plan, which, I mean, you're already doing, but I'm just making sure that you get reset and reevaluated. There we go. A little bit lighter weight. All right, still plenty of alarms going off everywhere, but I think we're mostly okay. Oh, no, they did land it here again. Look at that. And no supply there. I didn't wait for them to become attrition, but if you can bop them off before they send too many people, that's very handy. All right, so you're back over there, which is good. This squad here, I could leave this as a bit of a home guard defense. Now, this is not the fastest movers. It's like, you know what I need? I need like a mechanized or motorized squad as a response team over here. That's actually not a bad idea. These guys are a little bit slower. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and right-click on Halifax here, strategically redeploying them up to the north. That's going to be okay. But yeah, a little mechanized or motorized squad. We don't really have the that set up. Man, I really need to use my army experience at some point. I mean, I don't think it's been capped that long, but it has been capped for a little while. I don't really want to upgrade my current tank designs. And we're not really... Yeah, we'll have to get our way up there. It's almost 45. We can actually start working on those modern tanks, but I think we might still have a heavy tank model to finish. I might be wrong about that. There might not be. All right. So we're okay. We're still getting alarms. Oh, they did land there again. I mean, I could leave someone here, but again, there's not a port. Just a little bit more home guard units might not be bad. I don't know if we're building any of those. Not right now. Although, it might not be a bad idea to go and train a bunch of these. Just one time. Yeah, we'll get a handful more. Not enough equipment, but I'm wondering if you're complaining about manpower. Yeah, that brings us to 0 manpower. We might want to trim back on some of these, actually. I think I might cancel these assault infantry. I think we've actually got our critical mass of that. So I'm going to do that. It'll free up some more over there. That's going to be fine. Okay. Because we have a lot of assault infantry, and really, I don't know. Now that we're not fighting across frickin' the United States, which is huge, it's going to be a lot more focused little thing. We're only going to need maybe a dozen people. Well, we need like 2 people to take Greenland, Iceland, islands here. We're going to need more to drop into the UK, but it's going to be very small confines at first, so we don't need a massive number of them. A little more of that. They don't land with a whole lot going on. So there's a lot, you know. National Union of Greece joined the Axis. The National Union of Greece? I've never seen that. Hey, that's fascinating. Cool. The Republic of Turkey with no factions. They're democratic. If there's anywhere we might want to like boost popularity of our thing, it might be here. We're doing that a fair bit, but we have tons of... it's probably too late for any of that. We do have tons of frickin' political power. And since the Soviet Union isn't doing any of this, I guess I'll go ahead and start doing a little bit of that. It's probably too late to be relevant, but what the hell. Alright, so that's... Oh, they were trying to land some more, which we've gone resolved. I really want to keep 2 over here. I don't want... And 2 here. I don't want to thin that out, but I would like another one over there, which is entirely why we're doing this, and we'll get them in position soon enough. Maybe what I'll do is I'll grab one of these guys. Let's grab one of you and stick you over there. There we go. I think that's probably a good idea. More attempts over here. And yeah, we'll get a little bit more. Are you just standing there? Oh, that's an interesting... I wonder why you're there. Now these guys, there's a little bit of rebellion busting, although I doubt that we need 2 here. Maybe we do, but I'm going to take one of these and just send them to some victory point up here to try to do a little bit of suppression. If we take a look at the rebellion map mode, the resistance map mode, yeah, where our army's sitting over here, that's been purged. But there's a lot of stuff over here. You're not... Is it even going negative here? No. Oh, why is that? It's the neighboring states, yeah. So really, that's what we have to do, is we have to get rid of the neighboring state bonus, and then things will improve. So you start from the outside and work your way in, and it makes a big difference. So all these guys here... Now, there already were some landings. I'm going to keep some guys around here. But yeah, my goal will be to try to eliminate some of the resistance edge by edge by edge here. I don't know where. I don't think it matters. I think it's state-wise. So we're going to put you there. And there. I don't know where you're going. And you over here, you can really... Yeah, okay, you are marching in there, which is good. Get in there, too. Just clean this up. There are no naval ports here, so they can't really use this as a way to start an invasion. So, that's okay. Movement is quite slower here because, again... And no frickin' infrastructure whatsoever. So it takes forever to clean up these little bits. But it will get done. No infrastructure, tough terrain. That's a lot of dudes. That is not a lot of dudes, but that is a lot of dudes. Okay, you guys are going to come in with, like, really, really green. Oh, sorry. Was that what I just built? Well, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it was that. Right, because I'm not making the regular infantry anymore. Now, I could still potentially contain you with a wee bit of this. You don't have a naval base yet, which is important. Okay. I'm going to just create a little dummy army over here. 17 cavalry, which is not very strong. But their goal is going to be containment. I will give them an offensive line, but probably not tell them to execute it. I'm just going to try to go over there. We are holding the naval bases. So these guys are all going to starve out, which is going to be fine. And you're going to assist with that, which is also going to be good. Fighter Veteran Initiative. Is that the last? Oh, it's not the last of our air stuff, but I'm going to swing over. And 43, yeah, 45. Yeah, I would have liked to have started the modern tank stuff already. Yeah, I'm kind of upset about that. I mean, it's not like we need a ton of tanks, though. And again, it might be much better off just to have that motorized response squad. Denmark has capitulated. Well, it's about freaking time. Germany, wow, you're doing badly. Not, you know, not that that necessarily helps my situation. German Reich is justifying against us in some fashion. War with the USSR. Okidoke. Okidoke. We're going to have to be ready for that. We'll have to be ready to take El Salvador. Now, they may not trigger it right away, but they probably will. Of course, the German Reich would go and do something like that. Oh, yeah, you can't assist because you're not actually adjacent. It looks like this straight crossing goes here, but it doesn't. It goes down here. They're reinforcing over here, which is fine and kind of expected. Can't deploy those yet, or these. We do need a fair amount of MPs for the top, but I'm going to trim this back as well. Especially since, you know, our manpower is low. We'll probably need to change that law. Probably now's the time. So I'm going to go and upgrade from an extensive to... is extensive only 5%? It is, too. To service by requirement. Not quite all adults serve. Like, we've got a lot of options for more. So we're going to go from extensive, which is the 5% of our population, to service by requirement, which is 10%. Decreases our output by 10% in our factories, which sort of sucks, but we can manage. There we go. We're back up to 2 million. And again, we've got 2 extra levels. We could still scrape the bottom of the barrel as well, but we could go to all adult serve. Manpower is not really something that we have a shortage of. It's mostly been equipment holding us back for now, but actually it's not working out too badly. So we have this template for a motorized division, which I'm going to go and duplicate and save this dummy one with no real name, just so that we can easily go back to it. This is going to have to be a fast-moving response sort of setup. Does this affect speed? I don't think any of the companies affect speed. Not that I can see. Where's the speed? Yeah, right over here. It seems to be untouched, which is good. So we'll give them those. Recon's always good. Engineering does help with some of the river crossing, and just generally makes you stronger. We don't actually care about the digging so much. Well, we might. I'm going to grab that. We might want to grab the signal company, because we're probably going to be moving these guys as a block of 4 or 5 together, and then right-clicking on things, and then we want to get the reinforcements in as quickly as possible. So we're going to have this motorized division. And later on, it would actually be ideal if it was mechanized. But for now, that's going to be okay. And yeah, let's make them a 5-pack. That's going to be fine. Get them to start training up, and then we'll deploy them somewhere, but that'll be something that we can use to get shit done. So these guys are only at 4% attrition, so we're going to wait until they starve out a little bit more before I right-click with these cavalry units, which aren't very strong, but they can still potentially get the job done. Okay, and what I should do is, of my troops here, like the red squad, I'm going to grab and you. There you go. Make a new army. I'm going to make a new theater over here. We'll figure out a good name for it. But the idea is these guys are going to be the things that hit El Salvador. This should be more than enough. Hell, with tanks it would be even easier, but I think the 7 infantry divisions will be more than sufficient. I'm going to get you ready to go. Actually, maybe we will throw a couple of tanks in there. You are going to join that. Hell, you're having supply problems over here. Anyway, so you're going to do that. I'm going to tell you guys to halt whatever you're doing. You'll recalculate. You're all part of this battle plan. No, there we go. Now all 9 of you will be. So you'll quickly redeploy down to here and be ready to just crush El Salvador instantly. And yeah, we're going to wait for these guys to get 20% experience, but then we can deploy them over here. At some point, we'll have to do an attack there. So still waiting for these guys to arrive. We'll give them some sort of generic general. I mean, it's pretty low rank, but hey, it's a good way to get some experience. What do you got? 17% attrition. Ooh, and starting to threaten to break out, which we definitely do not want to allow. Although you're about to get some reinforcements over here, so hopefully it'll be okay. Meanwhile, any other landings we got to worry about? Eastern Canada? Western Canada as well? Yeah, I mean, I believe it. Did you guys ever... Damn, it takes a long time to clear this shit up. Alright, you're going to knock those guys out, which is great. We're still holding over here, which is fantastic. Oh, no. Oh, they broke out there. And there's still no naval base. But what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to do that, which might not work out well. And clearly it's not. What the hell? Oh. Don't do that. Oh my god, you're going to get killed trying to cut through the river there. Oh, that's particularly bad. I didn't realize the AI was actively trying to kill itself. These are not very good divisions. We have a lot of divisions, but they're not very good. On the other hand, the other side has no real supply, attacking from multiple fronts. They can't possibly hold out. And then we'll open up even more fronts over here as soon as this guy's done fighting. So it's going to be okay. But yeah, if we can get a little rapid response team. And I haven't gone and changed, you know, how much infantry we've got in here. We're going to take another look at that soon. Probably do some redesign. We've got lots of motorized, right? Yeah, tons, actually. But I do want to make them mechanized, but we don't even have mechanized tech. I don't want to add artillery divisions to the motorized, because I don't want to slow them down, but I probably should go to full. That was interesting lag. To a full 20 combat width. There we go. Save that. Train those guys up. We got plenty of equipment. Port strikes. Oh, we're port striking over here. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm much more worried about the Axis starting some stuff than any of these invasions, really. But I mean, that's starting to be kind of, you know, notable. But soon enough, we'll be able to deploy some of these guys. They just need a wee bit more training. Oh, the tanks already. I mean, obviously they're going to be very green. But I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. Oh, I guess they spawned over here. Well, you know what? That'll give them some time to get their organization up. Get in there. Yeah, not strategic redeployment. That's going to be okay. Another research slot. That finishes that, which is very nice. We're not going to do that. We do need to start to mechanize at some point. Is now the time for it? It is 45, and you know what? These are really, really, really good upgrades for everything. Industry is done. Engineering is done. 45 does not open up more planes, although at some point we might want to do the jet thing. We don't need both sides. No. Need an ore. We're not going to go super heavy. Artillery. Oh, we should grab this, actually. We still use some of this artillery for now. It's not going to last forever, but we do use it at this time. So these guys are starting out some more, which is great. No more notable invasions. No. That's been cleared up, which is good. You guys, which are not part of an army group right now, you're going to have to invade over here. Now, you're not Marines. I should probably... Okay, you know what? Yeah. Let me unassign these guys. These 5, you're going to change over to be Marine units. Although I don't have very high-end Marine divisions at this time, right? The Marines are going to be a pure block of combat width 20 Marines. Because if I add any other types of battalions over here, it does hurt our amphibious landing chances. But these do not. So here, we want to make sure we've got both types of artillery for maximum punch. I think that works out fine. The engineering company does give us plus 25% bonus to our amphibious assaults, which is very important. The recon would let us reinforce faster, or, well, recon helps us in battle. The signal company helps us reinforce a little bit faster and get more people in a little bit faster, which is probably what we want. Although there's a lot to be said about field hospitals, or even the logistics companies, which we haven't unlocked here, but we're going to go with this. So this is going to be our Marine divisions, and these 5 guys are going to become Marines. They will lead the assault on these places. And I think that's going to be sufficient. Now, we're going to hope that there's no one defending, but even if there is, 5 should do pretty well. We're going to have to get a bit of a naval presence, which, of course, we've talked about before. We're still teching up some of our naval stuff, although I did grab a few non-naval things here, and I really should be focusing back on that. Well, we're getting the carriers and the destroyers, so I don't know. It's kind of there. You're on your way. There's our submarines, level 4. We're going to switch over our production to that. And yeah, I think I was talking about also throwing in some heavy cruisers into our little navy there. Building it's still going to be interesting to see, but so submarine production, which is over here. I'm going to get you guys to just finish your current Mark III submarines, and then what I'm going to do is queue up Mark IVs. We probably want. We've got a fair amount of experience here. Extra stealth engine so that we can chase things and things can't run away from us. Reliability up. More stealth, more engine. Torpedo rank. Okay. There we go. That's our XP. Done. There we are. You're going to do that, and you're going to deploy in the Rio de Janeiro rank 7 place. And more Mark IV submarines. Same thing. Excellent. We probably have a bunch waiting. In fact, we have a ton waiting. Separate out the subs. Select you. This is a big squad of subs, but I actually think I will keep them together. Get the level 3 Admiral. You are going to rebase to... not Nova Scotia. You're going to rebase to Boston, to the New England base. And then you're going to do convoy raiding. Not expecting much in the way of convoys, although any amphibious landing might be a convoy, so that might be well worthwhile. We're going to have to get some destroyers up here and a fleet to protect our convoys as well, to give us the sort of authority we need to move our troops. This airbase here is actually pretty huge, so let's get our naval bombers. We'll get, I don't know, up to a squad of 400, and let's say a squad of 400 fighters as well. Normal operations. There we go. Get a bit of a presence there. These random ships still buzzing around. So the idea is to eventually get some superiority and some intel over here so that we can ship our troops over. You're still moving. You're still mostly just stuck, so that's going to be fine. Yeah, look at all the cavalry who cut across through the ocean to go there. Just ludicrous. Just ludicrous. Actually, when you're done, you can actually just end your move there, but I guess you're part of the attack right now, so. These tanks do not move fast enough to be a response team over here. Actually, I think, while we do actually have plenty of heavy tanks, I'm wondering about canceling the production lines on these right now. How many heavy tanks do we have? Quite a few. And I mean, they're there. Yeah, no, I guess it's fine. We will use them at some point. Alright, I think I'm going to leave these guys sort of in the hills here, so we can use these heavy tanks to respond to other landings over here. And I will leave them parked around here for now. Got a bit of presence there, there. Amazon, Western Canada, nothing yet, nothing yet. As far as I know, there's no active invasions. So that's good. Very slowly walking across Alaska, where there are some troops around. But not much. And yeah, that was cleaned up. So the idea here, and these are only green, which is too bad. Why don't you guys train up? You need to be part of an army. And then you can exercise. Get up to regular. These guys are almost not green anyway. But we have to make sure that our very first wave has a certain amount of experience ready to go. Construction's still going well. I mean, there's a lot of uprisings and unrest still going on over here. Oh, speaking of which, let's get this massive wave of cavalry. Okay, you're not there, but over here... right, this purple group. You're going to be added to teal, because that's just all my cavalry stuff. And you guys are going to strategically redeploy. I'm going to move you into, like, the middle of the U.S. somewhere. Say here. And then I'll split you up and spread you around at that point. Go there. And then, yeah, we start hopping across the Atlantic. Ooh, that is quite the attack there. So why don't you strategically redeploy to here? And then we'll do something with you afterwards. Okay, you are holding off, but it might not last forever. Another invasion over here. They keep trying it. They keep trying it. And yeah, just basic little holdings over here. How's our supply? Our supply should be really good, right? We don't probably need to import any steel. We still need some. I guess we're still going to import from the Soviet Union. I don't know if all of it reaches here, but all of our supply needs are met. Not chromium, which is interesting. Well, if we're getting stuff in from the USSR, then we will try to import our chromium over there as well. So now we should be able to produce things pretty darn quick. Alright, that got held back, that got held back. Great. I'm going to move you a little bit more central then. I'll give us a few more reinforcement options. We got a big command crew here in El Salvador in case the Axis does declare war on the Comintern. You guys are here. Pink, you guys are still considered to be green. I mean, they did lose some XP when I switched them from assault infantry to Marines. Although I think they were already green to start off with. And it's a naval battles over here. Do we have any radar constructing over here? In particular, the one in Nova Scotia I'm going to send up to the top because it's kind of relevant here. We'd like to get a little bit of a vision over here. In fact, we should have a radar all along the coasts, which should help us get more intel. Yeah, we've built some. But yeah, I want, whoops, not there. Full radar in every coastal province. I mean, sure, that could get captured, especially on the island, but there we go. All right, good, good, good. We still have a crazy amount of air experience, but we're just going to save that for now. That's going to be fun. You're doing that train up. We still need to get some actual ships over there. And actually, what I think I'll do is I'll slow down my submarine production. Since there's starting to be a little bit more point to other things, I'm going to cancel the second line over here. And we still don't have the level 2 destroyers, but they've got to be close. Yeah, close, but not quite there. We don't really have unused shipping yards right now. It's all broken ones. So I'm not going to stress about it quite yet. We're getting some port strikes going on over here, which is really good. I mean, not necessarily the most devastating, but there's something. Did you land here again? Oh, we never did go and get you back in there. You're supposed to be there, I'm sure. It'll be interesting to see if they land any more troops there. And again, I'm pretty sure we just, like, murderize them when they do. Alright, take a look at the resistance map mode. Yeah, minus 2%, which is pretty good. So we're going to cut you in half and send you up to here. So as long as we can't keep sort of pushing the neighboring guys over, we should eventually be able to kill all this resistance off. And put you back in the city and take you up there. Okay. And at some point, oh, there's our cavalry. Still resistance here. Is it shrinking though? Wish you could lock a map mode. Yeah, it is quite quickly. So, especially if I take you, split you in half, and half again, send a handful of you guys there, then take this stack, split it in half, and send you guys into that state. That should help out a lot. Alright, well, we're going to put a cut in here. Not a whole lot of territorial gain this one here, but we did kill off some pretty major invasions. We're still working our tech up. We're getting our situation here under control so that they can stop smashing our factories. We're building up our war machine. The big one, though, will be building up our navy. So that we've got just enough to be able to do some crossings over here. In fact, I mean, it may almost be the case right now. Naval supremacy, 123%. So actually, well, we'll wait until these guys get regular, but then I will go and launch them at Newfoundland here. And we're going to start making those little hops across the way. We'll have to remember the little French holdings here, which I believe is still, even today, I think that's still something owned by France, which is interesting. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you guys next time.